Hello, energetic people. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Energetic Minds. Today, in this video, we are going to learn how to write Java program when any particular situation is given. It is very easy to write a Java program if someone asks you directly, write a Java program to demonstrate on any oops concept. But it is little challenging to you to write a program when any specific situation is given. Lots of students have asked this question. So in this video, we are going to discuss one situation. By going through that, by analyzing that situation, let us write a Java program. Let me first discuss the situation. So the question is, suppose you have a superclass called vehicle, which has attributes such as make, model, and year. It also has a method drive, which outputs vehicle is being driven. Now, you want to create a subclass called car, which inherits from vehicle and adds additional attributes such as numDoors and fuel type. Additionally, the car subclass should override the drive method to output car is being driven. Write the Java code for vehicle superclass and the car subclass with appropriate constructors and methods. This is the situation given. Now you have to see what all you have to observe the data very carefully. Here they are saying like superclass called vehicle. Okay. So we somehow understood like there is a concept of superclass and subclass over here. So now you have to understand like which concept through using which concept I can write the Java program. Here they are saying like about superclass and it has some attributes and also it has some method. Okay, and it outputs. What does it do? It gives the output. Some output is there. Now again they are asking like to create a subclass called car and it should inherit from the vehicle and adds. So immediately when you see inherit, which concept is coming in your mind? So definitely inheritance concept is coming in our mind. Okay, so and also we are seeing that there is one method in superclass which should give output like vehicle is being driven. And if we see here, additionally the car subclass, which is a subclass, should override the drive method. So something with related to override. What concept is coming in your mind? Method overriding. So using these concepts, let us write the program. Okay. Scenario underscore class. Can you guess? What is this? This is the main class name because it is having the main method. So obviously the class name, the Java file name also is going to have the same name as that of the main class name. Okay. Next, first of all they told us you have to create a superclass called vehicle. Now let us create a superclass. So obviously class name will start, the first letter would be in caps. Vehicle. Next. In this we will be declaring some attributes. What are the attributes they have mentioned? Make, model and year. So let us declare some attributes. In that string make, also model, because these are string types. Next, year will be always in, let us take integer, int year. Okay, so we have declared all the attributes. Next, let us have one constructor for vehicle class. So public vehicle, so obviously the constructor name and the class name will be same. String make, so these are the parameters we have. Make string what? Model. Next is int year. These are the values we want from the user, or from the main method we can pass these values. Now we have to initialize this dot make equals to make, this dot model equals to, this is the keyword, so which will point to the current object model, and then this dot year. This dot year equals to year. Fine. Then they have also mentioned it is having one method drive. Okay, and it should give the output vehicle is being driven. Now let us, what's the problem here? V is capital. Then let us method. Okay, method so method, in that method what is the name of the method? Drive. Public void, we are defining the method. Sorry, very sorry. Public void drive so in this what we are supposed to print? System dot out dot println. What is the statement we want to be printed? Vehicle is being driven. Semicolon. Okay, then so this is the main class, this is the vehicle class, which is the parent class. Okay, they told us to create a class, parent class, whose name is vehicle. Okay, the class parent class name is vehicle, and we have declared the attributes make, model, year, and then we have used constructor to initialize the values, and after that one method they have told us to create. In that method it should print vehicle is being driven. So I have done all these things. Now after that, what they have mentioned, okay, let us see. Now you want to create a subclass called car which inherits from vehicle and adds additional attributes such as num doors and fuel type. So okay, so now let us create one more class. This is now child class, also called as derived class. We will be define the subclass. You can call it as subclass or a derived class or child class. Okay, inheriting from vehicle. Fine. So what is the syntax for it? Let us create the class first of all. Class, the name is car and it should extend. So the keyword here is extends. Extends vehicle. Vehicle. So they have told us to add some additional attributes. What were those? Num doors. Okay. Num doors. Num doors. And then fuel type, which will be of type string. Fuel type. Okay. So S should be capital. Next. After that, same for these, let us construct it by using the constructor method. Constructor we'll use. So I'll directly write public. Here, what is the class name now? We are creating constructor for the class car. So always remember public car string make. Okay, what all parameters we'll be using now? String model. How many attributes altogether? Make, model, year, num doors and fuel type. That means altogether 5 parameters we have. So make, model, next is int year, comma, int num doors, comma, final one is the string fuel type. Okay, fuel type. Okay, in that, now here one important thing to note. We'll be using one keyword called super. I have discussed in previous videos when we were discussing about the concept superclass and subclass. So what does the super keyword do? It will always refer to the parent class. Super. So here we want make, comma. So we are referring the parent class constructor. We already have one constructor for the parent class with the name parent class name. What was the parent class name? Vehicle. So in that 3 way attributes were there. So we are pointing those attributes now. Those. Okay. So make, model, year. Now this dot, for the other variables, for the other attributes, we can point like this dot num doors equals to, so we are initializing num doors, and then this dot fuel type equals to fuel type. Fine. Once, yeah, okay. Next, once we have initialized, next, here they have told one thing in this class, subclass, which inherits from the vehicle and adds additional attributes. Okay, next, additionally the car subclass should override the drive method to output car is being driven. So let us do this. What we are going to do, we have to override now. So here we'll be overriding which method? Drive method. Okay, so we'll be using the annotation override. So can you remember why we are using this annotation override? I have told you in the some of the previous videos. It indicates that the following method overrides a method in the superclass. So it is the best practice. Okay. So now public void, which method we are going to override? Drive. In this we have to print, I'll just copy it. Okay, system dot, so here instead of vehicle is being driven, what we are supposed to print? Car is being driven, right? So this I want to replace it with this car is being driven. So that is so they have told us to override this particular method by including this statement, car is being driven. Fine. So that's it. These are the two classes they have told us to do. One is the parent class vehicle and the another is the child class car. So we have in the child class, in the parent class we had some attributes and then one method. In the child class, we are extending the parent class. We are adding two more attributes along with the other attributes. So once we are inheriting means definitely what all attributes that were there in the parent class, we can make use of it in also the child class. That is exactly what we are doing. So that is the reason why we are able to make use of these 5 variables. There were only 3 attributes in the child parent class, and here we are defining 2 more attributes in the car. So 3 plus 2, 5 attributes we are make use. We are able to make it. We are able to use it. So after that, with the help of the super keyword which is pointing to the parent class, we are referring to that constructor, uh, parent constructor, and then the other two attributes we are using we are trying to initialize with the help of the this keyword. After that, override annotation, which they have told, which in the situation we have situation based question, it was written like we need to override method. Which method? Drive method. What we are supposed to do the changes are like we have to print the statement car is being driven. That is exactly we have done. So far all good. After that, what is that we have to do? Always we should have one main class. Okay, this is the main class. Scenario underscore class. This is my main class. Now I'm going to write in the main method. We will be creating, first of all, in main class, what we always do, we have to create one object. So let us create object for we have to create a vehicle object. So we will be creating an object for vehicle which is the parent class. So how we can do, what is syntax for it? Vehicle, which is the class name, then the object name, I'll be giving the same name. You can give anything, short form you can use V or VE, like that, any object name. New class name, again vehicle. So I'll be giving the values directly from here. So the object is the, so the first attribute was what? Make. So Toyota. Next, model. So I'll be giving this Camry. And then year is, I'll give any year, 2020 suppose. Let us give the current year, 2024. Next, so here I did one mistake, vehicle. So you should be careful. Then now I'll be calling the drive method on the vehicle object. Okay, call the drive method. So on the vehicle object. So which class we are talking about? Which object we are talking about? It is the parent class object, vehicle. So vehicle, this object name vehicle dot drive. So it is pointing to the which method? The method which is present in the parent class. Okay, this is the point to be noted. Okay, so here this vehicle is the object name. Okay, and this is the method name. Now we will be creating one more object for which class now? Subclass. The subclass name is car. So I'm going to create the same name, car equals to new car. I'll be giving the name as, make is Honda, and then Civic. Okay, the model name. Next is the, I can give any, 2019 is the year, and two more attributes. What were those? Num doors and fuel type. So num doors, suppose I'll give 4. Okay, number of doors 4. And then fuel type, I'll give gasoline. Gasoline. Now after that I'm going to call, what I'm going to call, I'm going to call the method of which was present in the, so I'm going to call the method which is overridden in which class, in the child class. Drive car.drive. Okay, so now what we are expecting, dot drive, when I'm calling, so it should print vehicle is being driven, and when I'm calling car.drive, it should print car is being driven, because we have overridden in the child class. We have overridden the drive method in the child class. So obviously what changes we have made in the drive method, that should be reflected in the child class when we are calling the object of the child class. Okay, and when we are calling through the object, when we are calling the method of the child class. Let's see, let's run the program and see. So exactly, vehicle is being driven, car is being driven. So we have successfully written the program based on the situation. So let us quickly recapitulate what all things we have discussed. So let us start from the, so the situation is we have to create one superclass and one child class. Superclass name is vehicle. We have some attributes like make, model and year, and then in the child class we have to add some 2 more attributes. And also I'm sorry, I have forgotten that one method is there in the superclass, drive. And in the child class we have, along with the 3 attributes, we are adding 2 more attributes named num, doors and fuel type. And this drive method, we are overriding it, though we are overriding this, and we are trying to see the difference when once we call the object of the child class object, the method, then we could see that what changes we have made in the child class in that method, it is being reflected. So first of all, we have started with the parent class vehicle. This is the super class, we can say it as the super class also. Okay, we can say it as superclass. Next, string make, model, year. This declares the attribute for the vehicle class. Next, public vehicle. This is what, this is constructor for vehicle class. Next, super make, model, year. This calls the superclass constructor to initialize the attributes. So very important, this super keyword. This super keyword, what it is doing, it is calling the superclass constructor to initialize the attributes. Next, we are initializing the attributes. Next, public void drive. This method to simulate the drive class. So there we, in this parent class, we are trying to print the vehicle is being driven. Next, after that, once we come to the child class, we can see that 2 more attributes got added. And then constructor for this car class. So now 5 attributes are there. Okay, then we have overridden, so obviously the super method again, so it is pointing to the parent constructor. Next, override annotation, it indicates that the method overrides the method for the following method overrides a method in the super class. Okay, after that we have come to the main class. There we created object for one for parent class and one for child class, and then we have called the methods. Okay, this is the dot operator. So we have overridden the method. So which method? Drive method, and we could see the changes. So that's it in this video. I hope you all have understood how to write a program based on the situation given. In exams, nowadays the exams, they are not asking you to write a program on this concept and all. They are not going to ask you straightly this. Instead of that, they will be giving you one situation, and based on the situation you should be able to recall those concepts that you have learned in Java programming. Using those concepts you should be able to write the program. So that's it for this video. I hope you have enjoyed and have learned a lot in this video. So if you like this video, do share, comment, and forget not to subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, happy coding.